Hail to Isis, the silver goddess. Hey, Tubies, Psychic Bob here. I'm sitting here looking at my pendant. Isn't this cool? It's Isis, the goddess Isis in silver. It's a little silver charm that I have. And I'm so excited to find this. I thought I lost it. You know, Psychic Bob has so much jewelry. I keep misplacing it. I got too much. But anyways, I love this little charm. I found it. It was in another jewelry case. But anyways, I'm wearing it today, and which brings up our topic. Be back here tomorrow on Wiccan Wednesday. We're going to have an adventure. I'm going to be working on restoring some Isis statues. I have some goddess statues. I'm going to show those to you tomorrow, and maybe we'll go have an adventure. I need to buy some supplies to restore that, so I thought maybe we'd look at my statues and talk about how I'm going to restore them, and then see what we can do with that. Anyways, be back here tomorrow for Wiccan Wednesday. By the way, I have got to give a big shout out and say thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had our horoscopes, our astrology forecast. That was so much fun. So many of you liked that. Also, got to give a big shout out to those of you who came out over the weekend on Sunday on my Psychic Bob Sunday Hangout. We interviewed my brother, my actual brother, Mark. First time he's ever been here on my YouTube channel. So many of you were so excited. We're almost to 1,000 views. And if you've been away over the weekend and didn't see that, you got to see it. You know, my brother, he's got a lot more psychic power than he realizes. So I let him help with some readings, and he was amazed because he started channeling. I'm not surprised, but it was really great. And so many of you said how much you enjoyed having him here. And a lot of you are writing and say, Psychic Bob, will you bring him back? We love Mark. We'll get him back on here for sure. So I want to say thank you. But if you haven't seen that, see it. It's in the queue. 2 videos before this one. It's called Psychic Bob Sunday Hangout with Mark Patterson. So definitely check it out. And I'm so glad you're here. Well, you know what today is. It's Tuesday. And that means it's time for messages from the spirit world. And for those of you who are new here, this is something we do every Tuesday. I grab a bunch of letters and I do little mini psychic readings. So if you want to get on this show, there are a few ways to reach me. One, you can put your question for next week's video. Remember, every Tuesday we'll do this in the comment section below this video. Or if you don't want to do that, you can write to me at my private email, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. Those links will be below. So yeah, we're going to look at this. Now, a lot of you are saying, how much does it cost? Absolutely free. $0 to be on messages from the spirit world. I do this as kind of my community service. You know, that's what I like to do. Now, I am a full-time professional psychic, and I've been doing readings for over 30 years. Yeah, as somebody said on Sunday, said, Bob, you're well preserved for an old guy. I love that. Yeah, I guess I am. Dip me in formaldehyde. Hey, I'll keep looking the same. Now, I've been doing psychic work professionally for over 30 years, and I love it. And you know, if you have something pressing or you want more than I can give here, you might want to think about, investing in a private reading. I do charge for those. All my prices are over at my website, PsychicBob.com. But a private reading is you and me one-on-one for a full hour. We hash it out. We cover past, present, future, spirit guides, messages from deceased loved ones. We look at your life theme, your mission, your karmic links. And I answer all your questions. All of that. You got a full hour, just you and me one-on-one. So if you've been wanting to do that, you've been thinking, gee, I'd love to hang out with Psychic Bob for an hour, really get all those questions sorted out and understand my journey, a private reading is probably something you might want to do. So now, if you want to get on my schedule, I need to tell you, call soon because I'm already filling up. Like next 2 weeks are pretty much full, but we'll get you in one way or another. Give me a call at my office number, 703-825-3929 is my phone number. Again, 703-825-3929. We'll get you on, okay? Or write to me at my email, PsychicBobHickman@gmail.com. The link's below. And also visit my website, PsychicBob.com. All right, well, we're going to get into the letters here in just a moment. But I thought what we do is do a little meditation to open the channel. By the way, before we get into that, also let me just say, some of you have written to me in the past. You said, Psychic Bob, you are reading for John in New York City, but my name is Sally and I live in Buffalo, New York. Could that message be for me? It seems so similar to my situation, and I swear it was Spirit talking. And the answer is absolutely yes. Spirit can work through other people's letters to reach you. Now remember this, when the spirits bring the letters to me, I just pull them as I'm led to. That's spirit leading that. And spirit knows, that they want to reach as many people as they can. So they can, and oftentimes do, work through other people's letters to reach you. So even if I don't pull your letter, listen to all the letters, because you never know when spirit will help you. And I've seen it time and time again. So yes, to answer that question, yes, spirit can work through other people's letters, even if I don't read yours. I also have to say, please, I'm getting some people are writing me hate mail saying I'm evil, that I won't help them. Guys, there's only one of me, and there are thousands of you, and I get thousands of letters and requests a week. I cannot, unfortunately, at this time, personally sit and write to everybody. I do try to read all the letters. I do offer prayers for all of you. But right now, to personally write and talk to everybody, it's a little challenging. So bear with me, okay? Anyways, know I'm with you, okay? All right, well, let's do some meditation. I want everybody just to settle down, okay? Everybody just let's collect ourselves, and let's attune to the spirit world. Just close your eyes. And as we close our eyes, just let go all the tensions of the day and enter into that place of silence and peace within. And visualize a beautiful light at the top of your head, and let that beautiful light fill your body, moving all the way down from your head to your feet. So let's just do that just for a moment as we visualize ourselves filling with the light. Very good. Now, when you're ready, I want you to come back. Just move your feet and hands, take some breaths, and here we are. Isn't that wonderful? I love to meditate, Of course, my peace never lasts long, because guess who's back here? Old Jabberjaw Fletcher wound up, and he says hello to all of you. All right, well, let's jump into our letters here. Let's see what we got. Okay, our first letter is from Love Mink 2. Love Mink 2 says, Bob, do you see any relief for my husband's severe anxiety? It's causing so much stress for the both of us. Thank you so much. Love Mink, I do get healing for your husband. I got to tell you here, I'm picking up kind of two different issues around him. One is anxiety, but I'm also getting the other extreme of depression. And I don't know if he's been diagnosed with depressive issues, but I would like to have that looked at as well, because sometimes depression can trigger anxiety, and sometimes anxiety triggers depression, so they sometimes go hand in hand. I do see healing around him. I want you to invoke Archangel Raphael and Archangel Michael for him. I feel like he needs to have a sense of greater security in his life. I get the sense around him as if he feels like he's under attack, or it's almost like a compulsive energy around him, like a compulsive disorder as well. And I feel like you may want to talk to his doctor about anxiety connected also to impulsive or compulsive disorders. But Archangel Michael will bring him a sense of peace and calm. I also would like to encourage you to also invoke Archangel Raphael, because he's around him as well, bringing him healing of the body, mind, and spirit. I'd also like you to explore him working with a behavioral therapist, probably like a social worker. And I specifically say behavioral therapist because a psychiatrist can help him, but mostly they deal with the biochemistry, and I think that you're going to have that already managed. But one of the ways to deal with anxiety is to learn how to understand and identify your triggers, because a lot of times people with anxiety don't even know what their triggers are. And a therapist will walk you through exercises to determine what your triggers are. And once you know that, you also learn how to step down that anxiety response. So behavioral therapy is very good. I've seen a lot of success with people working with that in relation to anxiety. I feel that if he starts working on that now, that by January, by the new year, you're seeing significant improvement there, okay? I do feel he'll get healing. I think this is going to be, unfortunately, a lifelong issue that he's going to have to always monitor but I see him getting it under control to where it's not debilitating to him or to you, okay? So do those things. Start with that, and I think by January you're going to see significant improvement. Hope that helps, darling. Blessings to you. All right, my next letter is from Aaron Byers. Aaron writes, Dear Bob, what is the relationship between the angels and the Fae? That's a really good question. Well, let me tell you, a lot of people think they're the same thing, but really they're not. Angels are a specific special class of spirits that are created to guide humanity. Angels are exalted beings that look very human, and most of them have never incarnated. Now, they will take temporary physical form to help people, like in times of crisis. But generally, angels are pure spirit. Fae, on the other hand, tend to have bodies that are more physical, though they also carry an etheric element. The Fae are kind of almost what you want to call as a sub-branch of humanity, in that they do live on the earth, but they are able to move between dimensions. The Fae tend to be guardians of the earth energy, the plants, the animals. They also help humans as well, who are kind to them. The Fae, like humans, have moods and emotions that can be extreme. The angels tend to be a little more sedate and a little more tranquil overall. You know, it's hard to anger an angel, but you can really anger a Fae pretty easily. So there are different classes of spirits with different purposes. The Fae tend towards taking care of the earth, taking care of plants. The angels' main purpose is to guide humanity to their, fulfill their chart, to fill their birth charts, their destiny. See, the Fae don't help you fulfill your chart. They don't know what your chart is. They don't really care. They just want to make sure you take care of the lawn and the plants. But the angels have a little higher purpose. I shouldn't say higher, a different focus. That's the better, because they're both important. We need the earth to be taken care of so we have a place to live. But we also need the angels to guide us to be following our purpose, why we came here. So anyways, I hope that helps explain a little bit. That's some of the differences between the angels and the Fae. Totally different class of spirits. Okay. Thank you so very much. Good question. Blessings to you. All right, our next letter is from Backroad Bounty. Hello, Backroad Bounty. Or is it Beauty? I can't read my... I think it's Backroad Bounty. Forgive me if I wrote the wrong thing down, but I think that's it. They write, Hi, Psychic Bob. Question. I looked up my natal chart, and it has lots of planets in Cancer and Lilith. And in the dark moon, it has lots of planets in Cancer, and Lilith and the dark moon in Gemini. Could Spirit expand upon this for me? Yes. Fletcher's back here, and he said, oh, it's a lot of psychic power around you. Cancer is a water sign. Cancer means that you feel deeply. A lot of people that have a heavy Cancer influence are psychics. There are a lot of psychics that are Cancers. So that tends towards your psychic energy. Having the dark moon in Gemini means that you communicate through the etheric realms. The light or the dark of the moon isn't necessarily about good or evil. Some people say, oh, dark moon's ominous. No, it's not. Dark moon means that you pull from the inner depths. So your power for communication is really turned to the inner world, the psychic world, the spirit world. You may find because of these alignments that it's sometimes challenging for you to have friends in the material world. Not that you're not a nice person, but it's kind of like you feel like you may not always connect to people because they're out worrying about, if their shoes match their dress, whereas you're saying questions like, well, what are we going to do about the evolution of humankind? See, you have kind of what we call old soul alignments here, and I look at that. When I look at those alignments, I'm like, that's an old soul energy. So you're an advanced soul, a lot of psychic power. And Fletcher said definitely, he said psychic energy around you. So that's what that means. Don't let it freak you out. Dark moon in Gemini is not anything ominous. It's just another sign of psychic energy, okay? Blessings to you. I hope that helps. Thanks for writing. I'm losing my voice today, guys. Hold on. All right, next question. Bobby Richard Network. Hi, Bobby Richard. Good to see you. He writes, "You're amazing. Thank you, Psychic Bob." Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Do you have any messages from my spirit guides? You know, Bobby Richard Network, I got to tell you, I keep hearing there's a Pleiadian guide around you. I'm getting a beautiful voice coming to me. There's two. There's a male and a female. And they're saying that you're opening your channeling. And they said that we're bringing gifts of prosperity. It looks like the alien guys, the Pleiadians, are connecting with you to help you understand the evolution of the Earth now. And it looks like in 2020, you may actually see this manifest in some sort of, sounds strange, but like technology or understanding of an advanced technology technique. This could be something connected to like healing, like designing a grid of crystals for healing or some type of advanced technology. But you are being connected to the star people, to the Pleiadians, for advanced knowledge, particularly technical knowledge, that I feel has an element that will evolve into kind of a business purpose as well around you. So I want you to research Pleiadian alien guides, because that's who's around you. The male and the female each have a name. Let me see if I can get their names. Fletcher, can you help me with that? Okay. Okay, the male's name is Chiron, and it's spelled K-I-R-O-N, Chiron. And the female's name around you is, they give me the name of Lynn, L-I-N, Chiron and Lynn. Those are your two Pleiadian guides that are opening the channel for you. Okay? Anyways, hope that helps. Good questions. Thanks for being here. Blessings to you. All right. Next letter is from, oops, hold on. I can't read my notes here. Robert Wendell. Hello, Robert Wendell. Robert writes, "Dear Bob, I've always been a seeker for as long as I can remember. I like to explore spiritual things, but it seems to get me nowhere. Will I ever wake up to the spirit world around me? I enjoy your channel and its lighthearted and positive vibe." Robert, thank you so much. That's so kind of you. You know, Robert, one of the challenges on the spiritual path is that there's so much to learn, to see, that's very easy to become a taster. You know, a lot of us will go, well, we'll go try do Kabbalah today, and then we'll do yoga tomorrow, and we'll do this next week. And I certainly understand that. I did that when I was younger. But there comes a point in which you have to kind of just narrow down the focus. And I think that your challenge has been that you tried to take it all in, and that's made it hard for you to digest any of it. And so it's kind of like when you go to a smorgasbord, like a big buffet line, you know, where you have like a million types of food. Well, you know, it's easy to go down, take a smidgen, this and this and this and this. But really, if you want a good meal, you have to balance it, you know, limit some of your choices. You can't eat everything. So what I'd say to you is here, I would like you to choose one path and devote yourself wholeheartedly to it for a next year. I might like to suggest, and this is a little bit of personal preference here, but I think it would be good for you to explore Wicca. The reason I say that is Wicca has a kind of a structure of a year and a day. It means for a full year and one day, you study it. You walk through the cycle of the year, and you'll learn this as you get into the studies, and you walk through the cycle of the year, and along the way you learn magic, you learn focusing techniques, you learn healing, all of that psychic development. Wicca is great. I think it would really appeal to you because it allows you kind of that smorgasbord, yet it keeps you moving down one path, which I think will give you the evidence. Like when you say here, you know, I look at stuff, but it seems to get me nowhere. I think that's simply because you have not completed any one path. And in Wicca, you go through a whole year and a day, 1 year and 1 day. I don't know why they throw the day in, but that's how they do it. 1 year, 1 day. And then you make a choice. After a full year of studying Wicca, you get to choose whether you want to embrace it as your religion or move on. And I think for you, that discipline of only doing one path for 1 year will really help get you grounded in practices that will help you psychically to grow, spiritually to grow, and feel grounded, and give you evidence that there is value to all of this. So, might I encourage you to start with Wicca. One book that I recommend is Scott Cunningham's book called Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary Practitioner. I don't know if I have it here. I don't see it on my table. But anyways, look it up. Wicca, A Guide for the Solitary by Scott Cunningham. Anyways, I'd like to start you with that. I think this is what you need. You just need a little more structure, that's all. You're very spiritual, and I think you're frustrated because you never get the fruits of the Spirit until you commit to it. And you'll understand this if you practice Wicca. So after a year and a day you decide it's not for you, that's fine. Wicca doesn't demand that you accept it. You can leave. But I'll tell you, after a year and a day, at least you'll have the clarity and evidence that there is value in this spiritual path. And I think you might end up staying with it. Let me know what you think. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. Oh my gosh, guys, I don't know what time it is. Well, listen, we're at the part of our show where we're going to do some spirit shout-outs. Now, spirit shout-outs are not necessarily people who have written with questions. These are generally people that are just subscribers. So if you want to get a spirit shout-out, you need to be a subscriber, because I look through my subscriber list and messages come for people. So let me share with you some of the messages for some of my subscribers. My first message is for Constant Tripper. Hello, Constant Tripper. Listen, I got to tell you, Spirit, pardon me, hold on, my voice is going out. Pardon me. Spirit is telling me that December this year is the turning point for you. They're saying that it's not an issue of that you have to give up anything or lose anything, but you have to practice patience now. And it looks like as we get into December that there's going to be some blessings for you. They're asking me to tell you to work on raising your vibration through daily meditation. And so you're going to start to see some changes. And I do get financial blessings here by the end of this year for you. But they want you to raise your energy. Just sit like you know what we did with the beginning with the light. Bring the light through you. That's going to help you. And I want you to visualize what it is that you need and ask for that. You can ask the Great Spirit or whoever you pray to. Because, you know, as you attune to that energy, you create manifesting power. Okay. Blessings to you. Hope that makes some sense. Thanks for being here. All right. My next spirit shout out is for Sin 1982. Listen, Sid, I got some people talking to me. I got a group of grandparents. I actually think these are on like both sides of your family because I was getting a mix of father's side, mother's side. But I've got a group of great grandparents back here, and they've asked me to tell you thank you. They said Sin takes good care of us. We love the gifts and offerings, and they said they are fed well. So whatever you're doing, you're getting their attention, and they came to me and said, please deliver this. So your grandparents in spirit are receiving your offerings or gifts, whatever you're giving them, they're getting it, and they asked me to relay that. Hope that helps or makes sense. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, my next spirit shout out is for Roxy Starr. Yeah. Roxy, I got a message for you. You've got a spirit guide that's been coming around you lately, and they were talking to me. There's a Native American. His name is Gray Oak. He is a spirit guide, a Native American male around you named Gray Oak. And he asked me to tell you that 2020 is the year of success for you. There's also energy here connected to real estate or property investment in 2020. So you may have some opportunity to do some sort of work connected to real estate or investment opportunity, and the money will be there, and they said go ahead and do it. It's a year for success for you, and the career is taking off, okay? So be open to that. And Gray Oak is your guide. Blessings to you. Thanks for being here. All right, my next spirit shout out is for Thomas Smith. Hello, Thomas. Good to see you here. Listen, Thomas, I got to tell you, first of all, don't give up, okay? Ending it all doesn't get you anywhere. If you commit suicide, guess what? You just come back around in the loop. You don't get to spend time in heaven. You'll be recycled. Basically, you'll come right back to earth. So suicide doesn't get us anywhere. I would like you to maybe see a doctor for some depression, because I feel like For short term, an antidepressant would be helpful for you. I also get Archangel Raphael around you as a spirit guide. And he said that he's working to help you heal your inner child, Now, one of the things Raphael asked me to relay, he says, please understand, please let Thomas know, though he may not be able to change the past, he can change how he deals with the past. And Raphael made it clear to me that you need to do some inner child therapy work. Because you can reclaim that inner child that you've lost. I would like to recommend you reach out to another psychic that I know that I can recommend, Kelly Coffey. You may have seen me on her show. Her show is Kelly Coffey channel, Kelly in the Raw. I have a link to her channel on the front of my YouTube page. If you can't find it, let me know. But her name is Kelly Coffey. Her channel is Kelly in the Raw. Kelly is really an expert at inner child work. She actually worked with me doing some inner child work, and it was amazing and healing and powerful, very, very therapeutic, very cathartic. And so I want you to reach out to her, tell her that I sent you, because I think that Raphael's message that he's helping heal the inner child is so vital, and I trust the angels. And so that's who's leading you, and ask him to help you with that. And I want you to reach out to Kelly Coffey because she can help you. Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. I don't know that everything's going to turn around by December this year. You asked if it'll all be fixed by December. I don't see that. I won't say it can't happen. I see this taking a while. But I do know that after we get into the new year, you're in a much stronger position to deal with life and to be healed and to move forward. You've got yellow light around you, which deals with issues around education. So I feel like you're either going back to school or trying to do some sort of certification in the coming months. And the spirit people are going to help you do that and succeed at it. But I want you to reach out to Kelly Coffey and talk to her. Say, Psychic Bob sent me. Ask her about helping you with inner child work, okay? Anyway, sending blessings to you. Thank you for being here. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh, guys, I tell you, I don't know where the time goes. It's one of these crazy days. Listen, thank you for being here. You guys are the best. Listen, help me out. Like this video, favorite it, share it with your friends, hit subscribe, be part of our channel, hit the bell button to get notifications and updates. And if you haven't seen yesterday's video and the day before Sunday and Monday's video, go see those. They're in the queue right before this one. Yesterday we did astrology forecast, and the day before that we had a live interview and did psychic readings with my brother. So many have been wondering about that. Well, you can see him live working with me on the Sunday video, so check that out. And he's going to be back with us. He was really excited. He couldn't believe how many people came out and supported him. And I want to again say thank you, because you made him feel very welcome here. He had a lot of fear about coming here. He's like, I don't know if I can be on your channel. I said, you will be fine. People will love you. And you guys really made an effort to give him a lot of love. So thank you. Help me out by seeing that video. If you haven't seen it, please like it, thumbs up it, favorite it, share it with your friends as well. Well, guys, listen, we're going to be back here tomorrow, Wednesday, for Wiccan Wednesday. We're going to talk about restoring some of my Isis statues. We're going to talk a little bit about the goddess Isis. And we'll go out and maybe get some art supplies to work on those. So make sure to be here tomorrow. You guys are best. I love you. Keep it here. We'll see you back here tomorrow. And until then, may all of you always blessed be.